Y'all ready to debate?
Wait, we're missing someone.
We're missing someone. I know. Well, I know. We're here. Okay, so all right, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you. Okay, a good friend of mine. All right, this guy. All right, he's a newly reformed wrestling fan. Okay, all right. He was away for a minute. Okay, away for a minute. You know how everyone does. We stopped watching, but that man said, "Oh wait, Raw's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got Netflix. Let me go check it out." And he's back. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you he is the head of the Sneed table. All right, put the one in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Sneed Jr.
What's up, fella?
Yeah, so we just booted him off. No, that's great. Great intro. Great intro. We're just gonna keep him off. I'm just messing with you.
Don't drop me off, baby.
We
Don't you?
already
You
started.
know who I am now.
We're not even 10
Millennial
minutes
marriage
in.
couple,
We already
former
started.
worship leader, husband to former five-time Miss Maryland, father to four, only Mobile Suit Gundam fan in the state of Maryland, former Attitude Era fan, gone for a long time, and I'm back and on top, baby. Randy Smith Jr.
Hey yo, he dropping
Yeah,
promos.
I
He's
mean,
dropping promos.
already. I've been watching documentaries, son. I know about stuff. Back bumps, color. I'm
This hey
here.
look, Randy's auditioning for the fifth spot on the podcast. That's what he's doing right now. He's out here
Hey,
using terminology and everything.
Let me tell you. Let me tell
So
you.
look, all right, Randy. Before
Hold
we
up,
get
hold
into
up.
the debate topic, let me ask you a couple questions, dog. What was it that really made you start watching WWE again?
All right, so it's gonna sound creepy, but the women's division. Let me tell you why. All right, so again, I'm Attitude Era. Merger happened. I left. Right. So I've been gone for a while. I think my last WrestleMania was 17. Right. I think that
Oh
was Stone
wow.
Cold Rock. It's been a minute. Um, but what I started seeing over the last couple of years was like legitimate women's wrestling. And I'm like, okay, they're giving the ladies love. That's cool. And then you see pieces of people who are popular right now. See a little, CM Punk pops in and AJ Styles pops in. Then the John Cena thing. And I was like, okay, well, I'm still good. And then the New Day, I start seeing it where, like, anime references and everything. I'm an anime guy. So, I'm like, okay, well, what's going on here? But I would say over the last year, there's just been this excitement, this electricity in wrestling that I have not seen in decades. So I'm like, man, okay, they brand the Netflix. It's a big deal. Let me jump in, man. I think the other thing that really brought me in was the OG's podcast. So you seeing Undertaker's podcast and Stone Cold's
Hmm.
podcast and the Broken Slow Sessions, which is older, but I'm just getting into them and just kind of letting the nostalgia get to me. It makes me want to, check out what the new guys are doing. So far I've been impressed with the product, man. So I'm hyper fixating right now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So out of this new generation of wrestlers, who is the one that you're like, you know what? I think that's my guy. Or even if it's a woman, who like that's my girl. Like that. Those. I'm rooting for them.
All right, let me give you the group that I'm watching right now. And some of them I haven't actually seen wrestle yet, but I'm feeling the aura. All right. On the ladies' side is Nia Jax. Right. I'm liking her promos. I'm liking her moves in the ring. So that's pretty much like the only person I'm watching right now on that side. Right. On the guys' side, the OGs really like Gunther. So I automatically got, I'm going to put him on the list. Drew McIntyre, I think plays a really good heel.
Yeah.
Um, Jay Uso, who apparently a lot of people agree with me.
Yeah.
Uh,
My son agrees with you.
um,
As everyone knew in
and
the watch along, as he screamed to the top of his
yeah,
lungs last night. Yeah. Yeah.
and lastly, Braun Breaker.
Oh.
Braun Breaker, who
Braun Breaker.
again, and y'all know I'm just discovering stuff, but I realized I didn't know that was Rick's boy. So That's a
Yep.
double.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a Steiner boy right there.
yeah. He's giving it too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do it. Let's get to this first topic. All right, the internet was wiling. I told you they were wiling about Luca and Anthony Davis, but they were wiling about this Royal Rumble. Okay, the poll last night had it 50-50. People were saying it was hot fire, and people were saying it was dog doo doo. So, did WWE get it right? So on our men's side, Jay Uso, the Yeet Man, Yeet. All right, he won the men's Royal Rumble. He punched his ticket to WrestleMania, and to the displeasure to many, on the women's side, the Queen has returned, and she is on the road to WrestleMania to reclaim her throne. Charlotte Flair is a two-time Royal Rumble winner. Did they get it right? All right, let's see here. You know what? Let's start it off with the one who guessed this right last night.
Mm.
The only one, the supervillain.
Of
The
course,
floor is yours, sir.
all right. Um, Without a shadow of a doubt, with the women's, oh yeah, he totally got it right. Like whoever bet against the queen, you wrong. Like every time, am I wrong? Every time she wins, why do it? Just give in. You might as well. She's talented. People like to watch her. We're looking forward to her and Tiffany, aren't we? Yeah, stop denying it.
No.
Stop
No,
denying it. Yeah, you are.
No.
not
Yeah,
really.
you are. You're happy that she's getting ready to get number 15.
No.
You're just in denial. Y'all just in denial. That's what it is. In denial. It's the first stage, buddy. First stage, all of you. So, yes, got it right. There was no other choice. None.
There was tons of other choices.
Nope, not a one. Not a one. Nope. You're not
A
gonna
lot.
tell me any different. Not a one.
That's fine. I'm not gonna tell you any different. I just let you know. You could be wrong about your opinion too.
Oh no, my opinion's right.
No,
She
you just
won.
picked right. That's it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You just picked right.
And it's my wholehearted opinion.
That was
So,
wholeheartedly wrong.
So what about so what about Jay?
um, so there's so many emotions about that. Um, Definitely happy. Uh, Having like a night to kind of somewhat sleep on it and like think about it. It makes sense. It was probably one of the shock. It's one of those where it was like, oh, cool, he's in it. That'd be interesting if he wins, but he's probably not even in my top 10 of people that I would have said have won it. Like I would have expected Sammy to win it before him.
Mm,
I'm just keeping it real. But the fact that he did, like, when was the last time we had somebody that you weren't expecting to win the Royal Rumble? Like
Shinsuke
at all.
Nakamura.
Exactly. So it's been a while.
It's been a bit.
And like what, before that, I don't even
mm,
know. I was just talking about this with Idol. But like before that it was like somebody else. So it's like only been like maybe like three, maybe four that are like just a complete oh shit. Like
yeah.
oh shit moment. Like so yeah, I think it's the right pick. Fuck what the IWC says. They're a bunch of idiots anyway, so I mean this kinda is what it is.
All right, go ahead, Cliff.
All right. So on the women's side, absolutely not. I think they got it wrong.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um,
Somebody got some sense up in here.
of course, I'm gonna go off and say that I thought Nia Jax should have won, and that's also because I picked her. But like to be
Okay.
fair, like the story just kind of lines up, right? Like she wants to get back, she wants to get back her title. It just kind of it makes sense because eventually, because you can still do an elimination chamber where Charlotte wins the elimination chamber, and Nia could also win too. Like to be fair, right? One of the women wins, in the elimination chamber, and they go on to challenge the opposite champion. I think if you wanted to do Flair Rhea 3 at WrestleMania, then you needed to kind of, I don't know, get it kind of ready,
Build
but
it up.
not with her winning the Rumble. Like, I just didn't think it made sense. I just didn't like it. So I thought Roxanne Perez was another pick that I would have done. If you're gonna strap a rocket to her, strap the rocket to her and just let her go. And no bigger way to do that than have her win the Rumble. So the final three, I like the final three. I'll be fair. I just didn't want Flair to win. So on the men's side, if you guys were watching the live stream, you would have seen my reactions to the whole thing. The men's Rumble. I was popping left and right for it. Um, I don't know if Jay is the right pick. I
Oh, here we go.
I think
Here
I
we
think
go.
I think we all picked CM Punk. Let's not play. We
Oh no, we
all picked
did.
CM
I
Punk.
We
totally thought
did,
he was
yes.
playing.
And we all thought that CM Punk was the reason why we all picked CM Punk is because we were like, yo, it's Punk's time. Like, Punk needs to win. We didn't pick Punk because like, well, the story lines up this way. No, we understand the story lines up that Jay's the guy. Let's be real. Jay's the dude. We
Yeah.
just figured this time Punk was going to be going through, and he was going to be challenging. So, um, I'm still gonna stand on my horse and say, I would have liked to see Punk win versus even more so than John Cena. I know a lot of the IWC was like, John Cena should have won, and he needs to go to WrestleMania. No, bro, like he has a whole tour that he's trying to get through, right? Like the Elimination Chamber, all that BS, all that stuff. I think I think Punk should have been a guy, but I mean, I'm not horribly mad about Jay either. Especially after last night watching Chase go off, I realized like it's not for me. Like it's not meant for me. You're building the future brand, and no better person to put it on than the Yeet Man himself. So
All right, Randy, floor is yours.
All right, so I caught the second half of the women's rumble. Obviously, like I told y'all, I was a Nia Jax fan, so I was hoping that because I agree that I think that storyline lines up pretty well. With Charlotte, this is my first time really seeing her. I've just heard of her, of course, because of the legacy. So I don't have a ton of backlash. I just would have preferred, Nia to get the win. Again, y'all mentioned Elimination Chamber, so there's other opportunities for Nia. But I was hoping that Nia Jax would get that win. On the guys' side, I'd say this, and I don't know if y'all gonna get into it, but not only do I think they got the winner right, I think they got the entrance right as well. I mean, I feel like they really made statement after statement with how they were cooking, man, with how they were dropping folks, how they started it off. That the whole lucha, cruiserweight era that they decided to put in the first half of the Rumble. Like they were cooking the whole time. I think they set it up perfectly. Even the comedy spots, I think they sat them right in at the right time. Um, I think that Jay earns it. Everybody that I was sitting with, and I was sitting in the room with 3 podcast groups, um, watching it, and I think everyone picked either Punk or Cena as who they were rooting for. Now, my number one was actually Drew, but my number two was Jay. So I can say I got it wrong because my number one got eliminated, but I think it was the right pick. And I think the hype showed that
Yeah.
it was Jay's time.
All right, so look, this is for I want to. This is for Damien, okay, Mister Supervillain,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to read off some names, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you tell me just how you feel about this,
Okay.
okay. Bailey,
She already won it last year. She good.
so did Charlotte, but okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
She,
she didn't
no.
win it last year. She won the year before.
That's what I was about to say too, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Alexa Bliss.
And she just got back. She good. Continue. I'm
Oh,
listening.
oh,
I'm
you
listening. I'm listening.
Hold on, Twitch. I'll let you go. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm saving you last. I know you're gonna go off on him. Wait a minute. Don't go. Hold on.
This is
Okay.
so worth it. Oh, I hope he sends me
Nia
back.
Jax.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so maybe. Jordan Grace.
As she just got there. Cup of
Okay.
coffee.
Cup of coffee. Okay. Let me tell you something. Okay. Back in the day, we used to have a guy called JJ on this podcast. Good friend, good guy. Kind of related to me. Little brother. He brought a good stat line, and this was like 4 something years ago. And this was before Charlotte reached a decade of being into the company. And do you know how long of her career, percentage wise, she was champion?
Oh, probably a good portion of it.
Yeah, 86.2.
It
Sheesh.
should be higher.
86.2
It should
percentage
be
of her
90,
career.
99.9.
No, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, it should.
Now, how many title reigns she got?
14, 15,
Exact.
16.
What's the record?
So 16, but you're forgetting
But who
about the
got the
end.
record? No, don't do the Oh, the technicality. What's the
What?
record?
Her the 16. Her daddy
Uh,
and John Cena got it.
okay.
Uh huh.
Okay.
What about it?
So
What's your point?
the women's Royal Rumble was fire up until number 30.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh,
Woo.
I won't disagree with you on that one at all.
I was loving the Royal Rumble for the women's side all the way through. You guys, Cliff said it on there. You guys are saying it were 5 generations of women's wrestlers at one point in the ring.
Yeah.
And to think about how far the women have come from being eye candy
Right.
to legitimate wrestling and legitimate competitors, and just seeing that, beautiful.
Yep.
But then we got to number 30, and yes, Nikki Bella has some credit to the women's division being where it is today. There's no discrediting that. But like Cliff said, and if you have allegations of DV, you should not be on WWE TV.
Mm.
Given in the circumstances on everything that is going on in with Vince and Brock and everything else, like we did not like the whole lawsuit thing. Like names weren't called out on Friday night when the new stuff with the attorney the night before the Rumble. Like I feel like Paul TKO from a business standpoint, y'all not doing the right thing. Y'all messing up because that's all. You already got this little cloud that you're trying to get away from, and you're doing a good job of separating and staying away from it. Why put yourself through this now? Like I get it. I get what she is and how and what she means to the women's evolution, revolution, whatever it is. But no, Cliff said it best. You had legitimately, arguably, the top 2 greatest women wrestler in the crowd right after the match went off, Mickey James. I said
Listen,
it off
I
the
did
air.
not do that. I did not say
You
that.
legitimately could have had her just hop out from the crowd and hop in the ring. Michelle McCool did it a couple years ago.
Oh.
She literally was sitting with her kid and said, "Hold on, baby, I gotta go in the ring," and hopped over the barricade. Like we reuse spots all the time. Like, like
They redid coffee spot.
they exactly, and they
They
gave it to a
redid
whole other
coffee.
person. So I come on. So besides the Charlotte thing not winning, I mean, I'm also on the side of same old, same old. I get it. Whatever. I'll see what happens. I'll watch. I'll sit and relax, and I'll enjoy the show. But I don't think
Hey,
it was right. Out of those 4 names I called, you could have put. I didn't even think about Roxanne, especially now that she's officially called up to the main roster. She's officially either. I think she'll be on Raw.
okay,
Mhm.
I will say that I wouldn't have been mad if she had a one.
Like way to exactly like way to put. You want to put a rocket on her? Boom, have her win the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
I wouldn't
wouldn't
have been.
mind seeing Roxanne versus Tiffany at WrestleMania.
Oh,
Even
that'd be
Roxanne versus Rhea. is fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
mean
I,
that's the
it,
true.
I
That's
would
a
have,
true,
I would have been cool with either or. Like,
and that would have been the true David and Goliath story right there.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the story you want to tell for the women. That's going to legitimately captivate you for the next 3 months. It's the simplest story. It's if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm.
But we've gone back to the Charlotte situation,
Yeah, no,
because it's
and
Charlotte,
we're
it's
going there.
okay.
yeah. So no, that's where I'm at. That's my little rant on the women. All right, real quick on the men. Jay, listen, that family's push money. I don't think people just got to understand. Them Samoans push money. They make money.
Yeah.
Like Triple H tells you the numbers after every show during that post show in the press conference. He tells you every month it's highest gate in WWE history, highest gate, third highest gate, second high. Like these Samoan the bloodline
Yeah.
pushes money. That whole big Fatu family, I know why he tried, pushes money. And they're going to go with whoever pushes money. They do not care about your nostalgia feelings at the moment. John Cena will get his moment. Like Cliff said, he got a whole tour he got to get to.
Right.
It's only February. And he said it last month. He's like, look, I'm not here to take anybody's spot. I'm out the door at the end of the year.
But that's not what he
Like,
said last night.
Yeah, that's not what he
that's
said
not what
last.
he said last night. But regardless, what he said last month is what I'm pertaining to, Cliff. My point being, it's Jey Uso time. Like, yes, we picked CM Punk because yes, the story with them, and even during the Rumble, what they did, we can still get CM Punk and Seth. It's just not the angle that we thought. But yeah, Jay's the right choice. Like, it's for the
We
kids.
don't
Like,
want
let's.
we don't want CM Punk and Seth. We want CM Punk and either Cody or Gunther. That's what
I
the
don't want
IWC
CM Punk
wanted.
and Cody. I don't
I
want
mean,
that.
you don't have to,
Yeah,
but
I don't want that.
to have
I
the
don't want
two
that at all.
figureheads of AEW at
The two feet.
WrestleMania fighting each other, bro, really? Yo, come on.
Mm.
The two
That'd be
biggest names
hilarious.
at AEW as the main event of WrestleMania, dog, that would be hilarious.
Turning a shit of brick.
Now you're thinking about it, you're like, actually, you know what, Cliff? That
Yeah, I
might
didn't even think. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
something.
I keep. I forget all the time that Punk was really in AEW because it was really a cup of coffee, and he was hurt like twice for like half
He
the
was a
time. So
two-time champion.
I see. I forget that he was two
And then
time.
he gonna
I
tell and
forget
he
that
gonna
part.
tell
Like
Cody. And
he
he gonna
had the
tell
whole world
Cody.
title.
He gonna tell Cody, hey, remember whenever you had the mid card title and I actually held the actual title? Like, yo, yeah, I'm here for all of that.
Mm.
All right, Twitch, let it out.
Jey Uso was the right pick.
Oh, here we go.
I'm convinced that it's his time. We're talking about somebody who through 2024 pretty much carried the company on his
Yeah,
back. He
Mm.
was
yeah.
never injured. As far as we know, he never complained about what they had him do. In my opinion, I would like to see CM Punk win it. That would have been cool to see for me. We all picked CM Punk. Uh, but yeah, I can't be mad at Jey's at all. As far as everybody being like, well, I wanted John Cena, it's like you said, it's only February. Like, if John Cena's going to get number 17, wouldn't you want him to be more special, like have him fight against the odds versus, oh, you won the Rumble, here's your ticket to Mania. Oh, you won number 17. Yay. No, I want to see you go against the odds and actually, like, work your way to the main event of Mania like you want. Uh, as far as the women's Rumble, uh, Damien, I used to hold you in such high regards,
Hmm, hmm.
but now I think you're a worthless piece of shit and your opinion means nothing to me. If you truly believe that somebody who was gone for 2 years and
Hmm.
comes back with the same gimmick as your daddy,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
legit entrance and everything, you are a
Mm.
carbon copy of your daddy, should
Uh-huh.
be at a 99.9% title win streak throughout her career. You,
Mm-hmm.
sir, smoke crack.
Oh my gosh.
Nope. But
I
continue. I'm listening.
personally do not think that the women's division will ever get the potential and recognition that it really deserves unless we stop making the same fucking people champion
Mm.
over and over and over and over. Like, aren't we at the point that we're supposed to be building new talent? Yet we have some plastic Barbie come in from 2 years ago, and all of a sudden you're the main event of WrestleMania. Get fucked. I don't want to see you in the main event of WrestleMania. That's going to be my bathroom break.
Well, you're gonna be in there for 20 minutes. I hope you're gonna be taking a
I'll
shit.
You know,
get
that's
that
yeah, I was
out
just about to
there.
say, you're right. You know how Charlotte, when she get those main events,
Bro,
she's like, I take 20, brother.
I'll step
Mm.
Yeah, but we
outside
got
and
you.
have a cigarette.
We
Like,
got we got you for 12 minutes. You said 22.
I just,
Wasn't it that match?
we
Wasn't
talked
it
about,
Flair and Rhea?
we
Was it
Yeah,
talked,
Flair and
Flair
Rhea
and
on the
Rhea
road?
was they were 22 minutes.
yeah.
Mm.
They're 10 minutes over.
Yeah, and they went 10 minutes over. Charlotte was like, no, we're doing the match we called.
Mm. I'll tell you this: Charlotte's post post game conference, the confidence was fire.
Because she
Mhm.
knows. So
The
look,
confidence.
yeah.
Exactly.
And the
Hold on.
thing is this,
I want to hear what
the
Twitch has.
problem is this. When you're the carbon copy of your daddy
Okay.
and you're legitimately doing Ric Flair,
Okay.
they're going to book you
Mm.
like Ric Flair.
Does she do the flare flop?
Yes,
She does
Yes.
the Flair. She
Yeah,
does
she
the
does
Flair
it.
she
She
flop.
does
does
everything. She
everything
does it
She does
all.
the
down to
Flair.
the
She does the
boots.
Flair over.
I noticed it last night. Her
Wow.
boots are literally in the same font, same cursive font like her daddy, her initials.
Yeah, you didn't know
She
that?
does his finisher.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
does
Yeah,
his chops terribly.
Oh.
She
they are a
comes in
bit.
the robe. She does the woo, and
Okay.
The walk. Don't forget the walk.
she does the strut, and it's like, no.
She gets flipped
Mm.
over the
But
top. She does
they
the
book her like her daddy, like it
Yeah,
was in the
Okay.
70s and 80s. But the problem is, you can't do that in 2025. That booking does not work. Wrestling is on every week. We see these stars every week.
Right. Right.
Like Twitch said, like we
It's
don't want to
not, it's
see that.
we talk so much about how we are building the next generation
Right.
of the men who want to be world champion.
Yeah.
Jey Uso,
Yeah.
you could say Carmelo Hayes if he goes off
Gunther,
his losing streak.
Do
Gun,
they like Carmelo? Because
I
yes,
don't think they do.
I
no, they
think
okay.
do.
they do. I think they're doing what they did with Cody, where they're making him work through it. Where he had to go
Okay.
through Brock Lesnar, he had to
Yeah.
go through Drew McIntyre, and all
Right.
these other big name people.
He's
Uh,
fighting big name people though. Every time he
why
like when
is
he
it
loses the reason.
quiet? You? Why is
I will not be quiet.
why? Shut your mouth. Why
No,
is it that it is okay for us to say that it is time to start building the next generation of champions for the men, but not the women?
Mm.
When
I got
you
a
can't
question though.
create your own gimmick and your own character, that tells me how confident you are in your wrestling abilities. Stop being your daddy, start being yourself.
Okay.
My
So
question
it's
is this though: what if Tiffany wins at WrestleMania?
I don't
And so that's what I'm saying. That's why I come on the other side of it, where I go, what if? What if? We don't know.
It's a possibility.
we don't know, and that is a very well possibility. But in my personal opinion, and this is just my opinion, heaven forbid somebody gets mad about it, I
I
would
like
rather
your
see Tiffany Stratton go against somebody else. I
Okay.
would have
Yeah.
rather seen Roxanne Perez versus Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania, or like you guys said, the David and Goliath story of Roxanne Perez and Rhea Ripley.
so I'll add to your point, right? The reason why is Charlotte pretty much lets it be known I'm the only blonde who runs shit in this place. Because I mean, think about it. Like when we saw Alexa Bliss come back from a 2-year leave, by the way, same
I
thing, right?
I
2
don't
years
disagree
ago.
with that.
Yeah, 2 years gone. Hey, they eliminated Alexa Bliss at like what 17, 18, right? It might have been a little later than that. And who
Yeah.
came walking in? Charlotte came walking in. And you know that at one time, who used to have blonde hair? Rhea. What
Yeah.
happened? She dyed her hair black, and then guess what happened? She became champion numerous times. But that one time at WrestleMania, I think it was WrestleMania. It was 2020, man, there
Yeah.
was Rhea Ripley tapping out in the Vegeta suit, like with blonde hair, and then then 2 years later, she came back with that jet black hair, and she hit that big ass riptide on Charlotte
Oh
and
yeah,
pinned
on
her.
Charlotte. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hey, she wasn't a blonde then. I'm just saying, only one blonde runs shit, and that's why I'm kind of like, man, if Tiffany's booked to go over Charlotte, great. If not, we now know why.
All right, final thoughts. Final thoughts on this one. Go ahead, Damien. No, actually, no, what? No, we already know your final thoughts. Go ahead,
What?
Cliff.
No,
It's so Tiffany can beat Charlotte at
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Sure. You're okay. You know what? When we do the watch along and we make picks, I hope you pick Tiffany to go over at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
no, because I can't bet against the Queen, so I
Oh,
can't.
There, there,
see,
there,
yeah,
there,
then your
there
opinion.
you go. I can't bet against the Queen. Oh my gosh. Go ahead, Cliff.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be Tiffany versus Charlotte. I have this feeling it's not gonna be. I think it's gonna be Tiffany and Rhea 3. I think they're really gonna try to push for this because the
Charlotte.
last person to
Charlotte Rhea.
beat Charlotte Rhea, yeah, yeah, the last person to beat Charlotte was Rhea. So I think she's gonna want to come back and get her run back. Run this rubber match.
Oh, that means I
So
have to see her on Netflix.
yeah, probably. But she gonna be on Netflix here on
Oh,
Monday. Anyway, that's not the point.
oh, you're
My
right.
final
She
thought
was
is I think I don't disagree with the Jey Uso pick. I do disagree with the Flair pick.
Twitch.
I'm with Cliff. I agree with the Jey Uso pick. I don't agree with Charlotte.
Randy.
Shout out to the rise of Penta. They,
Yeah.
they
This
let him
man.
they let him stay for a while.
Yeah, they did.
He got
They
he
let
got
him
to
stay
he
for a
got
while, even though he touched the floor. I don't care
Yeah.
what
Wow.
Pettis
yeah.
said.
Hey, that ain't happen. That didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see anything, and no one will ever see anything. they gonna cut that. They gonna add audience noise.
They sure
To
will
what
though.
happened
You're gonna
to
They
change
make
the
sure
that
angle
will.
real
never
quick.
happen. But I'm happy with that pick. I'm happy with the Jey Uso pick. I love the final six. I think they did a good job overall. They just had how they organized the entrance. Triple H is cooking, man, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Happy to be
Um.
back.
Yeah. The Royal Rumble, the men's was booked very perfectly. Even the spot with Seth, Roman, and CM Punk, and that whole shingding, I thought that was great.
I believe in
Seth,
Joe Hendry.
he might show up on the pod. Yeah, he might. Wait, I was waiting.
You might come up.
One of
Yeah,
these days,
randomly.
Cliff is good with surprises that people just pop on the show. So one day it's gonna happen, and Joe Henry's gonna pop on the debate show, and I'm gonna scream.
I lose my
But
mind.
yeah, that whole thing I thought was great. As far as the picks go, Jey Uso he pushes money. Yes, Charlotte, bleh, but I'll wait and see what it is. All right, Cliff, check the comments.
All right, bet. There's been a
See what
lot.
anybody
We can
says.
definitely
I know
cooking.
we've been talking.
Yep.
I knew this. The topic was gonna be first.
Mr.
Shout out to me.
Golden says
Shout out
shout
to
out to
Mr.
me.
Golden.
Hey, let's be real. Jacob Fatu's doppelganger. He's talking about Randy.
Oh,
But yeah, big shout outs to Jacob Fatu, by the way, too. Last night he like
no,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
great.
cleaned house.
hey, my friend. What's up, Bree?
Oh no, that's my wife.
What it do?
We got a need for Sneed.
Let's go.
Hook. Here's a big blah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Chaz looking like an extra in the Boondocks.
Oh, here we go.
Wow,
Hey
he
man,
really does.
But that's my favorite show though.
I know, right? That's what I said. when I
Oh my
saw
gosh.
Wow.
it's really good to see Huey grew up.
Hey, look, a lot of my lines and my promos
I know. I
are
know.
from the
Well,
Boondocks. You know,
I know.
I literally
did.
just watch the Boondocks and I go, oh, I'm gonna use this in a promo.
I'm
The
like,
funny part
I
is
watched.
they he's still the same size. So
I like rewatched the
like,
Boondocks
you
like
can
30
actually play
times.
him in a live action movie.
You could.
Like
All right,
the
thanks, thanks,
kid
Damien.
You could.
version.
Thanks, thanks.
Wyland. Don't ask Twitch. Drew, real or not? Talking about surprise
Oh,
people. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Uh, to be
Can he
fair,
still move?
yeah. I mean, he's yeah. But I was thinking back to your comment, Damien, about who like surprise picks. 2006, Rey Mysterio. I don't think anybody had him picked to win the Royal Rumble that year, and he came out
it
and
was a surprise, but a little expected because of the whole thing with
the
Eddie
Eddie.
passing and them really pushing that whole
Ooh.
entire. Like, it was one
Yeah.
of those that it was a surprise, but
It surprised me. I didn't think he was winning.
well,
That's
considering
my
that
guy.
he was in at like number 2 or something.
Yeah, he was number two, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
number two was
so like
still
that's
in.
what made it crazy. I think
Wow.
Yeah,
that's what, like,
because
crazy and
Randy was one. No, Hunter was one. Hunter was one. Hunter was one. Ray was two, and then Hunter or Randy came in. So that was the last three.
yeah.
Um. Well, let's see. Well, they've been building up Naomi, and now what? True.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was waiting for Jade to come back,
I
and
was too. That would have been better than Nikki.
exactly, I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have rather Jade.
We
Uh,
talked about it too. Actually, Chaz and I were just talking about this right before we went live, and we talked about it last night on the live watch, the watch along was when the WWE was announcing. They're like, look at the fans and the excitement of everybody
oh yeah,
when Nikki Bella returned back, and there's the one girl in the very front of the camera that's like this.
Like, shaking her head like, no. No.
I was like, damn, that's crazy. But yeah, yeah, Jay definitely needed that comeback at 30. Well, it's been Jay. Well, it has to be Jay. Cody has been already fought Gunther, which leads Cody on a heel turn. That's could lead Cody on a heel turn.
They're waiting
That's
for
not.
Homelander, man. They want Homelander
I
bad.
was so. I'm
I
telling you.
I do too.
Yeah, but I've been talking about I've been talking about that for a year now.
Yeah.
About Cody is Homelander, and
Yeah.
he's and the WWE, the universe like was all big on him when he first came back, and he won the Rumble, and he lost to Roman, and then he came back and was running through that whole story, and then as soon as he won the title, man, the fans turned. They're like, no, we don't want him no more. We want
Mm-hmm.
somebody else. I'm like,
Yeah.
dog, it's been 1 week for the title run. Now everybody's like,
That's
I
okay.
can't wait for him to
I
return.
still want Cody. Okay,
Shut up.
I still want Cody.
No, you don't.
Revenge
Yes,
on
I
Punk
do.
by idiotic daughter and doofus son-in-law. Just kidding.
I
Actually,
mean,
Whoa.
I
I,
wouldn't doubt that. Actually, I wouldn't doubt that Hunter was like, yeah, we're gonna have you get eliminated by the two guys you brought up in the Shield.
Mm.
Tired of Drew. Get some cheese to go with that one. It's funny, but
yeah.
there's been a lot of talks about him backstage being pissed off about what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The rumor is that somebody that the things in the men Royal Rumble that yeah he wanted to get so whoever it is wanted to get their own spots in, get their stuff in, and so he was legitimately mad. Apparently, he was throwing stuff backstage when he came back. He was
Him
highly
and somebody
upset.
else. There was another person too.
Ah.
Talking about Bailey and that ass. This is where the fight
Go ahead.
begins. Lita is greater than Mickey.
Oh no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not
Wow.
doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're not doing this,
We're
Cliff.
not doing it.
We're not doing this, Cliff.
And then he says Kong is greater than Mickey, and that's wild. That's wild. Mickey James is the greatest in like TNA
Yeah,
Impact Women's
let's
Champion.
just let's
That's
just
wild.
So
That's a
on
great
that
champion.
note, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that to do my segue.
No, hold
Randy,
on. We still have
no,
so
no,
many.
Cliff.
We still have so many comments. You want to go through the comments? We're going through the
Oh,
comments.
oh, is it lit?
No,
I'm not looking at the
yeah, that's what I'm
screen.
trying to tell you. So the
yeah.
Oh,
SWO,
yeah,
Wow.
it's lit.
you're talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you trying to
Oh
like.
snap! I see.
Yeah,
Look, that's
you
why I
gotta
don't.
chill
We
out.
almost
That's why I
there.
don't
We
do this.
almost there.
This is why you are the head person and I do the comment side of things. All right, so and they do the Humpty Hump. Yes, they do. Yeah. SWO, we talking about Jay and them.
One life.
Twitch's meltdown in 3, 2, 1. Again, as I asked last night, is Charlotte doing what that same
He
is
said,
that
"Is this
Charlotte
Charlotte's fault?
doing
Is it
that
her doing?"
she's doing the same gimmick or trips? It's hers. It's
Yeah.
hers. Because when
Yeah.
she got in, she didn't know what to do. and they told her you either do something different or you go all the way with the Flair gimmick, and she's going all the way with Flair's gimmick. That's her. Does Charlotte show her private parts on a plane?
Probably.
That's wild. Probably did.
What? Wait,
Whoa.
what?
We is Braun Rick Steiner light? No, he's not.
No.
He's not.
No.
I disagree. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, Rick Steiner isn't doing near the shit that Braun Breaker
No,
can do.
no.
yeah, not at all.
And
Not
I'm
at
not no shade at Rick. Rick was the man, but I'm just Braun is a whole different beast.
Yeah.
There are about 10 ladies who deserve it more than Roxanne. Beg to differ. At this point, you mean the order? It wasn't random. You just ruined it for me.
all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Basically, Lash is the new Jade. Nope.
No.
Nope. I want Dashing Cody with paper bags.
Yes.
I'm not mad about that.
and
That brings me back. Teenager. Yes. Bring me that. Yes. Cody Dashing Cody. I wanted to go to a show and have him put a paper bag over my head.
Of course you do.
Yeah. That sounds
Well, you're kind of
awful.
what we call a two bagger. See, like we put a bag in your
Yeah.
face and over ours in case something happens to yours.
Yeah.
You're terrible. Anyway.
But he speaks the truth.
He does. He's
That's
not
neither
lying.
here nor there. Anyway, first of all, shout out to Randy, okay? Give him a hand, y'all, because thank you for coming on the pod.
I'm trying to hold my own.
Look, no, definitely.
You're doing great.
Look, we're definitely going to have you back. Definitely in the future, because you definitely made a good impression with that promo earlier. You got the fire. I might have to
Thank
take you on the road with us. Put you,
okay,
man.
let's
You
roll.
might have to be our wise man. I don't know. You know, PI might need a wise man, but no, definitely be on the lookout. We'll have you back. Yeah, thanks again, dude.
I'm honored, man.
Can you replace Chaz?
That's terrible. That's impossible.
It's Chaz and Friends.
Actually, it's not.
It is
actually,
my show.
We do it all the time.
Well, that's
Most of
just
the time,
that's
we
just for
don't
when those are
them.
substitution days when I'm not here. That's different. It's still
Yeah,
my
they
show.
don't really miss them. That's the only time they really miss them is if we gotta like crack jokes.
Yeah.
Anyway, all righty there, Randy. We will catch you
All
on
right.
the flip side.
Deuces. Good rapping with y'all.
Yep.
Definitely.
Definitely done.
Out to see.
And all right, let's get on.
Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of the 3 Count Podcast. If you like this and you want more 3 Count Podcasts, go on over to our YouTube page, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you never miss when we put out a video. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, all things social media, 3 Count Pod, _ X, 3 Count Pod, everything else. Also, make sure you buy our merch at foryourwear.com and ProWrestlingTees.com. Also, you know what? Just watch another video right now. Like, right now, I'm gonna walk away and you're gonna play another video.